Welcome to the start of the weekend, everybody. A Friday race meeting out at Fairview. There are 8 races, and it's a poly-track meet. And the reminder about our social media handles, so to speak, in terms of how you can connect with us on Twitter at Waited to Win. That's our handle there. Otherwise, we, of course, are on 4racing.tv. We've got a WhatsApp number that you can engage with us on and interact as well. Well, let's get straight to Darren Burrows. He's on the line from Cape Town. Talk about the opener. Darren, Sharon Kotzon's got quite a strong hand. They're in very good form at the moment. You like their runners?
I think we can have a strike to open the meeting on Indy View. I think he is the current favourite. That was a very good second last time out. He showed pace. He's a lovely looking horse. I saw him go to post last time out. He did stand out. I think the drop back to 14 is going to be ideal. So he is drawn a little bit deep. He'll probably come from a little bit off the pace, but he does hold number 1, 3, and 5 in this race on that last start behind Matsuyama. So I think he'll win race 1.
Okay, we can start with Louis Mokotwa.
Yes, we can.
You can? You happy? Okay,
yeah.
so you're giving the green light?
He holds his biggest danger, his stable companion, number 1, Cankle, only by a neck. But like Darren touched on, what's key over here is the drop to the 7 furlongs. He only got beaten by above average Western Cape Raider last time out, so he does look like he's ready to exit the maiden ranks. Stable companion to run second. Watch number 6, Global Gunner. I looked at him in the Canter Past. I said he's a really nice sort. Maybe needs gelding, and I think that form line of his later starts isn't as strong as Matsuyama. So 2 over the 1, 6 for the back end of the trifecta.
Let's get the bipod up for the first race. As you've heard from the boys what they like, and they are bankering the 2 here, as you heard, Indy View by 1, 2, 3, by 2 and 7, by 2, 4, 5, by 1, 3, 6, and we're bankering the 4 later on as well. That's the one to beat, Vita Ventura. Bavarian Jet's the horse to beat in the second race over 1,400 metres. I can tell you the horse is 22-10. And Darren, let me ask you about it, because I see the form is very strong, and I want to ask you about Claire, who come to win, Flower of Nike come to run second, and another horse that come to win from there, Sugarberry. You agree, or are you playing to beat it?
Well, I thought 1 for the shortlist, Bavarian Jet. That was a good run on the poly over 1,300 last time out. She does hold Racinante, number 3, on that run. I don't think there's going to be too much separating them this time around. But the value in the race lies with Hey Siri, number 2. I think she's around 8 or 10 to 1 in the betting. She brings Cape Town form into the race. And all 3 of her efforts to date, we've seen a lot of direct winners from those form lines. Behind Tipsy Tarragon, 2 direct winners, Future Girl, 2 direct winners. And in this type of company, I thought she could get involved.
Okay, so maybe got to have some sort of chance, Daryl?
Yes, Claude, you've touched on Bavarian Jet. The form line has been franked. And she does hold number 3, Racinante, on that form line, Claude. But, you know, Racinante wasn't fitted with the Alamites on full set of Alamites on that occasion. Maybe that just indicates that she wasn't quite ready. Then last time out, they fitted the full set. She ran a much improved race. She was actually off the bit turning for home. She did well to get as close as what she did, because she ran on, was doing her best work late. So I think the additional distance will certainly be in her favour. So 1 from the 3 for me, and also the 2. I mean, if she takes to the poly surface, she could blow both of them away. So I'm in agreement with Darren over here.
Okay. Well, hey, Siri, a horse like that, there's a little bit of money for that if you are putting that into the play. Let's take the place accumulator now. Here's it. And we'll put that up. 1, 2, 3, by 2 and 4. I beg your pardon, by 2 and 7. By 2, 4, 5. By 1, 3, 6. Bank of the 4 later on. By 2 and 10. By 1, 9, 10. That's our PA for Fairview. On to race number 3 now. It's pick 6 time. Let's get it on. Verified's the favourite at 15-10, but the boys are telling me not for long, because Horsey, the 5-2 second choice, may well be the horse to beat. Is that right, Darren?
I thought it's between those 2 runners, but the value definitely lies with Horsey. He brings stronger form into the race. His 2 runs in the Eastern Cape were on the turf. He got beat by Beerenberg and Zatara Magic. The blinkers go on from a good draw. I think he's the horse to beat over Verified, who will enjoy the drop back and trip.
Okay, it's interesting. So Horsey, the first choice. Darryl, let's talk about it. So Mungus, I see you've been part of this horse before, ridden it before in the Cape.
Yes, Claude. You know, he's improved in the weaker centre. but like Darren touched on, the blinkers go on now and he tries the poly track. I think he brings the stronger form lines into the race. Zatara Magic actually trotted up on that occasion. He won by 3.5 lengths, so it was a fair effort last time out. And I think what's key over here is he's receiving 2 kilograms from his biggest rival in Verified. Now, Verified improved last time out. He was allowed his stride. I think if they adopt similar tactics on the poly track, it will suit his running style. So he is the natural danger. But I believe Horsey's form lines are stronger.
Horsey form, the one to beat. Let's put up our pick 6 then. That's the right one. But from a pick 6 perspective, we thought we'd go 2 runners here, as you heard from them, that both Verified and Horsey are going in by 2, 4, 5, 7, by 1, 3, 6, 7, then 1 and 4 is the cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11 in the second last leg. So we're trying to go as wide as we can there. And if we're running, hopefully by then, we got enough at the back. We've got 1, 4, 8, 9, 10 in that pick 6 for 2,560 Rand or whatever you believe you can afford. Welcome back to Weighted to Win, race number 4 on the card now. We're here at Fairview, Eastern Cape, and it's the start of the Jackpot in this race, 22 to 10, about number 4, Fearless Kitty. Alan Creef having had his 3,000th career victory. Well done to the whole stable. Simanga Kamalo's there to ride them home today. Princess Deb's the second choice at 33 to 10, and 4 to 1 about Pinnacle, who's the third choice. Let's go to Darren Burrows, get an assumption of what he likes or assessment. What do we do here, Darren?
You've got to include a couple in this lineup, but Princess Deb's. Now, last time out, she was drawn 12 out of 12 on the poly, and she won by a length, but she only picked up a 3-point penalty, and she's lightly raced. So from a 1 draw, I think Princess Deb's can get into the action. And then the newcomer to the Eastern Cape, Fearless Kitty, never far off the action on the poly in KZN. And off her current rating, she should also be involved. And the best of the rest, I would include Pinnacle and Bouquet.
Yeah, interesting you went for Princess Deb's here. I mean, I think there's only one runner from there. I mean, she won a good race. And that was Louvain came out and won straight after that. So that wasn't long ago.
That's right. Louvain on that occasion, Clyde, was 3 wide. So she had excuses. But, you know, Princess Deb's was jumping from the widest draw on that occasion. She was made to work to get to the front. I know she led, but Clyde, please take note, she never led on the fence. She was one off the fence. She didn't get a cozy lead up front, certainly, and she did well to fight on in the straight. So I think with the £3 penalty, it's certainly going to not stop her. She is the filly to beat. She's on the upgrade.
Yeah.
And then I make a biggest danger in Pinnacle. Now, she got beat by Louvain last time out, and Princess Deb's beat Louvain. Yeah. So on a line through Louvain, you have to be leaning towards Princess Deb's. But, you know, Pinnacle, track and trip suited, decent handicap debut, well drawn, could possibly slot in behind Princess Deb's and get the run of the race. I believe those two will fight out the finish.
Okay, well, no rider yet as far as I'm aware for Pinnacle.
Yes, Marco van Rensburg.
You've got a jockey.
Marco van Rensburg's taking all of Calvin Habib's rides.
Okay.
Because Calvin's in KZN at the Gravel meeting.
All right, well, that's interesting. So Marco van Rensburg, as you know, this being recorded on the Thursday for the Friday meeting. Let's have a look at our selections for this event. We're putting up our Jackpot 1, where we're going 2, 4, 5, 7. By 1, 3, 6, 7, by 1 and 4, and then at the back we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11. Narcos, that's I'm backing that. Darren, can I back Narcos?
Well, he's definitely one for the shortlist. I know he's got the 62 kilos to shoulder, but he enjoys the poly, and from a good draw, he should be right there. Horse like Vegas Gold, his first run on the PE poly last time out, he won a good race. He picked up a 4-point penalty, but he could go close once again. Another 2 to consider are the Greef runners. Travel Master. Now, he's been very disappointing in the Eastern Cape because on his 3 wins in the Western Cape, he should have won there by now. He wasn't striding out last time out. So if he could bounce back to best, he could go in as well as Winter Assembly.
Okay, I want to talk to Daryl about the race as well. Thanks, Darren. We've got that. So a few. I saw what happened to Narcos last time, but that was on the turf track, right? Up the straight. We had the poly around the turn now. How does Narcos cope on the poly, firstly?
No, he's had success on the
poly. No
poly.
issue with that at all. So what I saw last time was Narcos reared, right? Hit its head right up against the machine. Flat out. Big shot.
Like Rachel.
Sham hit his head and flying at the finish.
Yeah, he was flying. He only got a beat a length by Sanctity.
Yeah.
Clyde, if you could have a bet after the jump. If he only gets left half a length or a length, he'll take a power beating.
You're not worried about the weight?
No. He's in a good space. His rating's very competitive at this stage. He's won on the poly. So he is the horse to beat. My concern is if he gives starts away.
So we've got to wake up. How do we wake Wayne Agrilla up here?
Well, give him a phone call.
Okay, so what's your first choice there?
Narcos.
Is it Narcos?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Vegas Gold, his last form line's not working out, but he took to the surface well. I think 4 runners, 4 unplaced, but he got a reasonable penalty. He could go back in again. And then the 2 creative runners that Darren touched on have to be included. Preference for number 7, Winter Assembly. His penultimate start was, I think he was returning from a 1.5-year layoff. He did well on that occasion. Second run after rest maybe got the better of him. Back on the poly, I think an improved effort can be expected. But if Narcos jumps on terms, Clyde, go do the banking.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's have a look at what the boys are doing in terms of exotics here. Let's put the bets up. There's a second opportunity for the jackpot. So go 1, 3, 6, 7 by 1 and 4, by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11. And at the back, 1, 4, 8, 9, 10. A 320 Rand part. On to race number 6 now, Cane Lime and Soda. At the time of recording 9 to 10. I'm not sure that's going to be the case when the gates open, because Vida Ventura, they're talking about that at 3 to 1 second choice, and 9 to 2 in the horse Flinders range, 12 to 1 and better the rest. What do you make of it, Darren? Vida Ventura, Cane Lime and Soda, who's your first choice?
Vida Ventura is actually my best bet on the card. I saw a lot of value in his price at 33 to 10. Just put a line through his last 2 starts. He was drawn deep, tucked in at the back of the field, and with his big stride, he'd never really got into the action. 1900 going to be ideal from a good draw, rating down to a 65, receives 4.5 kilos from his main rival, Cane Lime and Soda. I think Vida Ventura is good value over Cane Lime and Soda for second and Flinders range for third.
Okay, so Darren, big on Vida Ventura, value to be had at the time of recording of the show. What do you make of it? You're tapping, eh? Is that the one?
I think he's worth a bet, Clyde. Okay. Not much to add. One has to believe he's better than a 65. Go back to his 10 furlong runs in the Western Cape against Stronger. Finish close up on those occasions of a higher rating. Darren touched on his excuses in his latest 2 starts. He actually has excuses in his all 3 starts in Gqeberha, Clyde. His first start, his local debut, was taken out at a crucial stage. I'll be shocked if he doesn't kick on from here. He has been disappointing, but I think once he gets this wonder under the belt, you can follow him. His biggest danger is Cane Lime and Soda, Clyde. Last time I reported not striding out a few days ago.
Worried?
I think that's a concern.
Yeah.
Vida is the one to be with. He represents the value. Worth a bet.
Worth a bet, and they tap away. Samanga Kamala knows this horse, been part of Vida Ventura in the Western Cape, so that's the one to beat. Here's our bet for this race. We're going straight up. Vida Ventura. So we've got 2 more to go. Hopefully it's going well for you so far. Race number 7, Chloris is favourite at 90 to 10 or 2 to 1 thereabouts. Second choice, Pink Legacy number 3, trading at about 28 to 10. And then 8 to 1, number 5, Masters Queen. The other one at 8 to 1 is Duchess Bernadette, who may well be the horse to beat. I'm going to ask Darren now what he thinks. And 10 to 1 and better about the others. Darren, give us your first choice here.
My first choice is Chloris. If you watch the replay of her last start at the 300, going through the 300, she was reefing along next to them and then asked a question to win a race, and she won quite comfortably. She got a 3-point penalty, but I do believe she can follow up in this company. And then my second choice is Bat Out of Hull. This filly had no luck in running last time out. She balked at a crucial stage when making a run, and I think she could be the immediate danger.
What happened, Daryl, thank you, Darren, to Duchess Bernadette? No sort of run from her last time. What happened there?
Yeah, Clyde.
Disappointing.
She tends to give away, start away at the gates, and that's a major concern. But we saw in a penultimate start, if she jumps on terms, she's more than capable. All depends on how she gets away. Okay. Now, Chloris, last time out, the tactics worked a treat. She went to the head of affairs, like Darren touched on. She won with a bit in hand. no need to adjust anything. If she goes forward once again, she'll be the filly to overall inside that final furlong. But the form line hasn't worked out well at all. 6 runners, all 6 unplaced in the next start. So that's a concern. But you have to be impressed in the manner of which she won last time out.
Yeah.
And then Miss Millstream now, she's yet to show in PE, but she's capable. And I know she's going to bounce back to some sort of form. We just don't know when.
I see Bats Out of Hell that Darren mentioned that also, and a Tura came out of there in one, so that's not too bad. Got to have some sort
She's
of
actually
chance, I would
joined
imagine.
best weighted over here,
Yeah.
Bats Out of Hell. It is classified stakes.
All right, it's a classified. Let's get it up. The bet that we intend on going with, and this is Darren. He's very big on Chloris. Makes that very hard to beat. Last race on the card. Let's get straight into the action now. Darren Burrows. Have we got a double-digit horse here, or what's the plan?
Not exactly. I thought the horses to beat Ancestral Prayer. I know she's a filly against the boys, but her 2 local runs were decent seconds. If she takes to the poly, she should run an honest race. And then Naval Secret. He was drawn 16 out of 16 last time out. He had a lot of ground to make up turning for home, and he was flying through runners. I know he's drawn out deep again, but he's definitely one for the shortlist. And then Alada's Pride can't be ignored. He's never far off the action. And Vars Boy, the best of the rest.
Okay, there are a few from Darren's side, although Ancestral Prayer is the first choice for him. Your first choice?
There's one from my side, Claude. That is the one. Atkin Grinshaw. Unbelievable finish in his penultimate start, Claude. He came from the clouds. He beat what was called Ferrari Ice, who came out in 1. Moon Game came out in 1-2 since there. Then last time out in a Pinnacle, out at the weights. He contested a race with Herodotus, Grazing the Grass, Mamarisi, much stronger competition than what he meets over here. Back in a handicap.
And Herodotus came to win after that, from that line as well.
And Grazing in the Grass indirectly won from there.
Yeah.
So, Clyde, I think if he's in contention turning for home, he could run them down. But it is a wide open event, and barring him, I think there's several to include, the likes of 8, 9, and 10. But I'm in Atkinson Grenshaw's camp.
Atkinson, okay. Gavin Smith's runner. All right, well, let's put up the bet. You heard from Daryl Atkinson, and you heard from Darren that Ancestral Prayer may well be the right one, but there are a few in here, so trifecta is the way to go, and we've included 1, 4, 8, 9, and 10. You can spend R6 on that and get 10% if you want. Otherwise, whatever you think is worth betting on. Thanks for watching Waiter to Win, everybody. Have a fabulous weekend.